Hello, this is Mr. Yoon. Today we're going to be learning about power of power. Before I get more into it, the key phrase for today is you have to times the exponents when you see power of exponents. Now again, although this may not make a whole lot of sense now, uh, but be patient, we will get more deep into it. So here are some of the key vocabularies that we're going to be using for this lesson. So base is the number that is being multiplied. So for instance, in the case of x to the power of 23, x is the base. Or simply, you can remember base as the number that is on the bottom. And the exponent is how many times the base is being multiplied. So in the case of x to the power of 23, 23 is the exponent. So to make it easier to remember, exponent is the number on the top. Just a reminder that x to the power of 23 does not mean 23 times x, or x times 23. X times 23 actually means that you're multiplying x by itself 23 times. Therefore, it would equal x times x times x times x times x 23 times. Okay, so now that you know more about the vocabularies that I will be using, you're more ready to learn about power of power. And what I mean by power of power is a situation like this example over here, where you have 4 to the power of 2, which is again, being powered by 3. So let's try to solve this. So here, we are going to simplify this expression. What I mean by simplify is I don't really need you to be getting the exact answer for this. As in, we're not going to calculate this, but we're going to try to make this look more simple. So over here, we have 4 squared to the power of 3. So what does that exactly mean? So we know, let's look at the power of 3 first. Power of 3 means that we will be multiplying the same number by itself 3 times. So then, this actually means that we will be multiplying 4 squared 3 times. So then this becomes 4 squared times 4 squared times 4 squared. So, and again, what does 4 squared mean? 4 squared means we're multiplying 4 by itself twice, which means that 4 squared is the same as 4 times 4. And how many 4 times 4s are there? We have 1, 2, and 3 4 squared. So we have 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. In total, now, how many 4s are there in total now? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Or in different words, there are 3 groups of 2 4s that are being multiplied. So 4 squared to the power of 3 actually gets simplified to 4 to the power of 2 times 3, which is the same as 4 to the power of 6. Okay, so now let's try to revisit our key phrase. Our key phrase for today is when you see power of a power, we multiply the exponents. And then, so here we had the original question was 4 squared to the power of 3, which means that we have to do 4 to the power of 2 times 3, which is 6. So when we simplify 4 squared to the power of 3, it is the same as 4 to the power of 6. Now, let's try another example that involves variables, as in letters. Let's say we had a question that asked us, what is 2 to the power of x, y squared, z cubed to the power of, let's say, 3. Now, when we have multiple numbers and letters inside of a bracket and have a power, all we have to do is we have to distribute this 3 to all the terms in here. So what does this actually mean? So this means that we have 2 times x times y squared times z cubed. And we are going to be multiplying the exact same thing 3 times, which means we are going to be doing 2 times 2 times 2, x times x times x, y squared times y squared times y squared times z cubed times z cubed times z cubed. So, and all we have to do is that first we know that this is going to be 2 times 2 times 2, which is 2 cubed, and then x times x, which is x cubed, and this is y squared times y squared times y squared, which then we just learned that when we have power of a power, we just multiply. So we have y cubed, and here we have z cubed to the power of 3, which is z to the power of 9. And here, x cubed, y to the power 6, z to the power of 9 cannot be calculated. But over here, we can actually calculate what 2 to the power of 3 is. 2 to the power of 3 is 2 times 2 times 2, which means, and 2 times 2 is 4, and 4 times 2 is 8. So our final answer is going to be 8 x cubed y to the power of 6 z to the power of 9. Okay, so let's revisit our key phrase for the day, which was power of power means times the exponents. So the key idea here is that when you have a exponential notation, which is being powered, all you have to do is you just have to multiply the 2 exponents. I hope everything made sense, and feel free to ask any questions.